I'm ready. Are you ready? This might be like the best Tuesday we've had in a long time. The best new comic book day is right around the corner that we've seen in a long time. This is a massive release week. There's so much happening right now with DC Comics. So much is getting started. There's so much to look forward to, but it's already happening. I'm referring to DCKO, the King Omega, the big showdown with Darkseid that we haven't seen since the All-In one-shot. It's already happening, and it might be happening under a lot of y'all's noses, but we're going to talk about it without getting into spoilers. We'll talk some Peacemaker because that's back. Oh my God, that was awesome. I can't wait to get into it. We'll give some stuff away. If we hit the super chat goal, we'll give even more stuff away, so be sure to check that out. 5 super chats, $2 or higher. We'll add in 4 more comics, sealed trading card packs, all kinds of stuff. So definitely check that out. Hit the thumbs up. Don't go any farther without pausing and hitting the thumbs up. Let's push the stream so we get more people watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit the join button, the subscribe plus. There's so much to do. There's so much to do, and we're going to do it all right after this. Don't forget, today is made possible by the good friends over at ABX Comics and Games, who supply me with the Tuesday giveaway books. It's very cool of Paul. For the longest time, I would just buy them and give them away. And Paul's like, dude, you know what? Like, we appreciate you. So he sponsors this stream. He sponsors the channel, but he sponsors this stream very specifically to put awesome books into people's hands that you might not try otherwise. And that also reminds me that I don't have a picture of the books in here. So I'm going to have to go fetch the picture of the books, which I have already successfully done now. Let me see if they'll load in here. A lot of times they don't like to load while I'm streaming. We'll see. We'll see what happens. It'd be nice to show y'all what you could win today. I think that's a plus, being able to see what the prize is. This is what I'm going to give away today. Brand new title that I don't even know the name of it. Immortal Legend Batman. It's been in the back pages the past few weeks of DC books previewing it. This is a variant cover by Homer, Homare, Homer, foiled out of its mind, virgin cover. It's a pretty wicked design. I'm not sure what's going on with this book, with this character. Kyle Higgins is writing it. Kyle Higgins was on Power Rangers for a long time when Boom took over Power Rangers, which was phenomenal. Kyle Higgins got sent off Power Rangers and created the Supermassive stuff over at Image. Radiant Black, Radiant Red, Radiant. Pick a Power Ranger color and put Radiant in front of it. That's what he did over there. He recreated the Power Rangers, slightly different. It's kind of like the IFC channel, you know, slightly off but always on. He did all that stuff. Rogue Sun, and he's doing this futuristic Elseworld Batman now, and it's called whatever I said the name of it was. I've already forgotten that quick. Immortal Legend, was it? Immortal Legend Batman. I don't know, but it's cool looking. It's super cool looking, and it's foiled out of its mind. Also today, we have a very important book if you're a DC Comics reader. That's Justice League Unlimited, number 10. That's the Nathan Zerdy cover featuring Wonder Woman and Supergirl. So those will be going to a brand new home this week to one lucky winner in the live chat today. But again, if we hit the super chat goal, we will definitely throw in the extra prizes into the prize pool. So be sure to check that out. Hitting the chat, Lisa Babs is clocking in first. Whoop, whoop, it's Tuesday. That means it's DC Day. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I was able to spend some good time, some good uninterrupted time at the shop today, looking at all the books coming out, sitting there, getting to read and stuff. It was fantastic hanging out with Paul. What is going on, Brian LCS? Happy Tuesday to you. And that's the weekly reminder to check out cbcawards.org, where you can vote for your favorite finalists in the YouTube comic book community. We've been keeping up with it along the way. It's in the voting process for the finalists. You got a handful of weeks to do that, so be sure to do that. It's good to have goals. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. What is going on, Deadman? Channel member, good to see you here. Be sure to check his channel out. He's constantly posting up videos, sharing his stuff with everybody. I Have Comic Issues, another channel member who puts out some cool interviews here recently. I think he's got Dave from Still Only 35 Cent next. Let's see. Madam, good day to you, madam. How are you today? Good to see you here, Steph. Hello, hello. Let's see. What's going on, Jeremy? Yay, I made it. What's up, people? What's going on, Jeremy? Good to see you in here. Sup, dog? What is going on, Dr. Von Hoot? Been having fun chatting with him a little bit in the comment section of yesterday's video. I posted a video talking about physical media. If you're a fan or a collector of physical media, be sure to check that out. And I also took a lot of old physical media up to dead media today. I was looking at this giant stack of Steelbook 4Ks that I've gotten over the past year. And I went and pulled all my regular 4Ks or my Blu-rays from where I upgraded these movies and stuff, and pulled a stack and took them to dead media and traded them in for store credit and got a bunch of stuff for Comics Curing Cancer that I'll be donating and putting stuff together. And that's the reminder right there. Don't forget, Comics Curing Cancer is this year from October 24th to 26th. Set your calendars. Make sure you're there. The events will kick off right here on my regular scheduled Friday morning stream. Have all kinds of shows lined up, working on getting the show lineup filled up right now. So check out Comics Curing Cancer over on Instagram to keep up to date with that kind of stuff. You don't want to miss out. But you can also help already by going to comicscuringcancer.org, or what is it? comicscuringcancer.bigcartel.com to pick up some exclusives, some books that we already have available that you can add to your personal collection, and know that all of it goes to fighting cancer. We can win. We can do it. I believe in us. I'm trying to catch back up where I was in the chat. What is going on, Austin LeMay? Another one of the Comics Curing Cancer homies. Good to see you in here. Hello, hello. Please stop telling me what to do. That's one of my quotes. Yeah, it's definitely one of my quotes. Hey, what's up, Paul? Can't stay because I'm at work, but I got the notification, went live at 1:57. I have one question. Who are you and what have you done, Mark? I started doing something different because I have a hard stop at 3 p.m. to go pick up the kids. I set the stream for 1:55, and that way the notification goes out, and I get it rolling normally 2 or 3 minutes before 2 o'clock. It's a throw off. It's a throw off. I have it because the notification system on YouTube isn't the greatest, or it's as good as it can be. I don't know. It might be the greatest, but it doesn't hit everybody right on time. So I'm trying to figure that out. This is my third week doing it like this, I think. Collector P, what is going on? Greetings to you. Greetings. What is going on, Jay Yates 007? What's up? What's up? Faith and Misery, hello to you. Good to see you in here, homie. Yeah, if you have not read Immortal Batman yet, it's pretty much DC's version of Power Rangers. No, I have not read it, but I have seen the comic breakdown on it. I don't watch those, dude. I was literally this close to making an entire video on those comic book breakdown channels, like man, I never watched them, but I see people in comment sections talking about. I think it's like Comic Historian, something like that. But there's these big channels that just sit there and they just go through and just give you the story to even new books. Because I was on an Absolute Batman post, and I'm like, dude, this is detrimental to the hobby. Absolutely detrimental to the hobby that those channels exist, or they operate the way they do. I don't want to say exist, but that they operate the way that they do. 41 months strong. Got the member milestone from Aggressively Relaxing. What is up, homie? I was talking to Sector about you day before yesterday. He went to a Star Trek show in Florida. I'm like, I'm surprised you didn't see AR there. I found out today that Paul, that owns ABX Comics and Games, he was there. He traveled down there and went to it. That was pretty funny. Both Pauls were in the same place at the same time. The world's still here. We didn't change universes, swap dimensions, as far as I know. I'll have to check back in on that later to see if we did or not. But as of right now, everything still seems to be in place. We got our first super chat from Deadman. Forget to order the Bat book so you never know. Well, if you win it, you'll have it. You win it, you'll have it. That's one super chat down. 4 more to go. 4 more to go, and we'll add in that bonus prize pack. 4 comics from all over the ages. Plus, I think there's some magnets in there, some extra cards, sealed trading card back, all kinds of good stuff in there. The real James Willie, what is going on, homie? How are you doing today? Good to see you in here. Ruby G, White Tiger Triple C, what's up, brother? Hello, hello. Nick, what's up? Hey, yo, working and lurking. What's up, everybody? I was talking to the Comic Viking about you today. We were talking about our Robin feud, if you will, where we were sending the Robin books back and forth to each other. You sent one, I sent one. I sent one back signed by the creator, slabbed up. You sent one back signed and slabbed and everything. That Jason Todd, the Juicy Jason, the one that's in your possession right now, is like a $100 book raw. $100 raw book. I had an extra one here, and I put it in that round of mystery boxes I did a couple weeks ago as like a kicker book. I'm like, that's crazy cool. Crazy cool. So someone made out with that. I saw Trev had one of them too a few weeks back. Which is good to see Trev in here, by the way. I feel like I don't see Trev as much as I used to. I miss you. I miss you, Trev. I hope you're doing good. Good to see you in here. Almost 1,300 finalist votes in. Voting is open till October 11th. And there's the hyperlink, so you can click on that and go vote. I am a finalist in one of the categories. Don't have to vote for me. But if you do, thank you very much. Thank you very much. What is going on, Pop Pop? Good to see you in here. Hello, big guy. And there's the link. Yeah, hit that. Go buy some stuff. Hit that, go buy some stuff. Also, you guys, most importantly, right now we are in the donation phase of Comics Curing Cancer, where we'll call out to everybody, like, go through your collections. If you got any slabs that you don't feel like you want to keep anymore and you can part with it and you want to send it to a good home and for a good cause, like we're looking for key comic books, slabbed comic books, iconic runs or mini series, events, stuff that you can package together, stuff that would be desirable. Like if you don't feel like it's desirable, it probably won't be for someone else. We can't take in like dollar books or just clear out your old inventory of stuff, but anything that you think would be something that's flashy to be able to sell to somebody in any type of way, greatly appreciated. It doesn't have to be a multiple $100 thing, anything like that. We can take smaller items and package them together into prize packs or mystery boxes and stuff, but definitely reach out to Comics Curing Cancer on Instagram if you have any questions, if you want donation receipts so you can use it as tax write-off. We're here to help, here to answer questions, and we can't do it without everybody. We're trying to fight cancer. Meow. Right, meow. Dale Suspense is in the building. What is going on, homie? Good to see you in here. Hello, 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 hello. Yeah, Paul met New Spock. He did meet New Spock. Yeah, I got that picture too. I was kind of sad he wasn't wearing a red shirt. Not Spock, but Paul. I think it would have been, I wonder how many people do that, just subconsciously end up with a red shirt in those conventions. And there's JMed's Kickstarter. Definitely good reminder there, Dale. We are like a full weekend to Eric on Kickstarter. Be sure to hit that link. Check out Eric, good buddies. Full graphic novel, over 120 pages, complete story, Ivan Tal exclusive cover. There's 2 different Ivan Tal covers to choose from, or get both of them. There's all kinds of good options, but go over to Kickstarter, check that out, save that page if you need to come back to it later. It's fully funded, so it's happening. It's coming out, so don't miss out on your copy. And if we can get it a little bit higher, we can hit some of these stretch goals, and more things can happen and happen faster. So let's make it happen. Yeah, that new baby. Ruby's got that new baby. The lucrative Robin feud. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Ben Compton, what is going on, homie? Good to see you in here. Trev is always missed. He sure is. Rad, what's going on? Surfing your way into the chat. Good to see you, homie. Hello, hello. Life has been hectic, but it's getting back to normal. Dude, I hate to hear that. No idea what's been going on or anything, but definitely in my prayers, big guy, man. Glad to hear it's getting back to normal. Already working on stuff to send to Rob for C3. There you go. There you go, Joe. There you go, Joe. Definitely appreciate you. Joe is also a finalist. It's his first year being a finalist, and go vote for him for toy content. The dude puts out tons of toy content. It's all kind of a wide variety. So if you're into McFarlane figures or Masters of the Universe or affordable stuff you can find at Walmart with the Spin Master brand, or like, he has a wide variety. There's going to be something there that you like. So be sure to go check it out. Give him a subscribe. I'm going to rewind and watch on the back end, guys. Too much going on at work. Go hide in the truck. Go hide in the truck. That's my suggestion. 30 to 50% off store-wide on new merch. Uploaded daily. What are you talking about? Merch link down below. No discount. No discount. The margins are minuscule. Already minuscule. But yeah, I do have the merch store down below where you can get the Swamp Thing. It's not Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing was taken. This is Swamp Thing merchandise. Or the 4th of July themed Legion of America logo stuff. Limited time on that one. Limited time on that one. So let's get into it. Before we dive into the comics, did everybody watch Peacemaker? Everybody get a chance? Premiered on HBO Max last Thursday. Really excited to see that it was releasing on a Thursday instead of a Sunday. Typically, I'm live with Sector 2815, reviewing and spoiling and talking all things comics, movies, TV and news from the week, so it's always rough when HBO is dropping their heaters like right in the middle of that show. You want to go watch it in real time and all that stuff. But Peacemaker releases at 9. Was it 9? 8? 9? 8. It was at 8 or 9. It was one of the two for sure. I think it was at 9. 9 o'clock on Thursdays. Holy smokes. What a kickoff to the first season. Peacemaker was great, minus the dongs. So many dongs, right? I just kept my eyes up. Common courtesy in those situations, Trev. Don't look down. Eye contact matters. Eye contact matters. It's Legion of America, like the Gulf of America. I wouldn't suggest putting the Gulf of America on your head or wearing it. You get wet. There may have been a few Peacemaker scenes that cannot be unseen. 100%, right? 100%. Getting my bundle back next week, so we'll have to catch up on both Peacemaker Season 2 and Alien Earth. There you go. Dongs? What are these rings you speak of, Trev? A lot of dongs. There was a whole little orgy scene. And I'll be honest with you guys, I didn't. What was the official dong count, Trev? I didn't keep track. That's on me. I'll let you down, bud. But if you know the number, drop it in there. I was just watching, to be honest with you, this sounds like, you might say, no, you weren't. I was watching Cena's performance through that scene because he does a stellar job of delivering like these emotional beat moments, these emotional hits. And it was weird that they surrounded him in that setting for that scene in this episode because he was going through it. Similarly, in season 1, I think it was like episode 3, where he was having like the same like kind of crisis of self moment. And he's doing all the heavy drinking, and he's like kind of by himself in his house dancing. House of Pain was playing, and it was a heavy scene. It was kind of like that scene, but they just put him in a very chaotic setting for this one that just shows you like such the drastic contrast between the two things and the total disconnect he's having from reality. $2 super chat from Leafy Substances, aka Steven with a C, aka A1 from Day One, aka my main man with pots and pans. Good to see you in here, brother. What is going on? Brad said his moments with his brother was touching 1,000%. 1,000%. That's what this show does so well, right? Like it can be outrageous, it can be excessive, and taking the orgy scene out of it, it still is outrageous, excessive. Craziness ensues. These are some wild characters, bottom of the barrel human being type folk, and they can still deliver these insane moments, like when he's getting to talk to Keith for the first time since he was a kid and he died in that fight with him. What also got me was when Robert Patrick, when his dad walks by him and just grabs him by the ear and says I love you, and I immediately clicked. I'm like, dude, that's the first time he ever heard his dad say that to him. Like it was just like I couldn't even imagine like what it feels like to be in that situation that Peacemaker is in. You can feel the weight with the performance that John Cena brings to it. It's legitimately was impressive. One was too many. Yeah. Great cliffhanger too. It was. That cliffhanger was wild. We're dealing with the little alternate universe. It's getting to see his dad and his brother again. Ultimately, eventually he runs into himself and it ends poorly for himself. Happened fast too. You blink and it's over with, just like that. I think this alternate version of himself is probably not a good person in this universe. His dad's a good person because he's a bad person over here. Keith's a good person, was a bad person over here. Peacemaker's not a bad person. He's an idiot. He makes terrible decisions. He gets people hurt. He kills people, but he always did it from like having misplaced trust and this false sense of morality that he thought was right. It wasn't. So I think on this world, it'd have to be the opposite. We've seen from the trailers, like this in this world, Peacemaker wears like silk button-up shirts and gold chain necklaces and stuff. I think he's going to be kind of a D-bag. So I think that's going to play into it a little bit. Peacemaker was so good, but I agree. Some scenes cannot be unseen. Yeah. A lot of sweat in there. Definitely interested. His brother's character, they officially announced in an interview with the actor himself that this character goes by the name of Captain Triumph. He's a Golden Age character from back in the day in Crank Crack Comics, number 27, which ironically is kind of funny here. It's Lance Gallant knows how to call it the ghost of his daredevil brother Michael. Together they mystically combine into the amazing Captain Triumph. I think that's interesting that this character's brother is dead. It's one of those deep cuts. It's not an adaptation of the Captain Triumph from the Golden Age. It's just one of the inspired by the name kind of thing. I like his armored out suit. I saw this and immediately oh man, I want McFarlane to make a figure for this. We're still waiting on a Vigilante figure from McFarlane. That still hasn't happened yet. Speak of him and he shall appear. What is going on, J-Med? Good to see you in here. Good to see your Kickstarter is funded and still chugging along. That was the part my wife was saying, what the hell? Yeah. Bryant messaged me and said that his wife walked in while he was watching this show. There's going to be some questions that need to be answered if that's the case. You know, you can't just go around watching Peacemaker without answering questions. All right, let's see if I can get some of this other stuff going on up here. Multiple tabs here. There we go. That's what I want to see. But yeah, it was awesome. It was a hell of a first start to this season. Thank you. Couldn't have done it without all of you. Dude, we couldn't have done it without you. We didn't write it. We're just excited to get it. We're just excited to have it. So, yeah. Just excited to get it. Let's see, share screen. We're going to look at some of these books, guys. It's like I said at the beginning, this is one heck of a week right here. It is a crazy week for new comics. A massive week. What is going on? The Mad Respect. Good afternoon. You woke up just in time. Welcome to the show. As a reminder, here are the books we're giving away today. The brand new, I already forgot again. Immortal Legend. Is that it? Brand new Power Ranger Batman, foiled out of its mind. And then the Nathan Zerdy Justice League Unlimited number 10. Giving those away today. And if we hit the super chat goal, we will add the bonus prize pack of comics in there and all the extra goodies. We're 2 out of 5 super chats on the way to that stretch goal with the super chats. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of this stuff. First up, right out the gate, we have 2 separate titles from the Absolute Universe. Kelly Thompson, I think she won an Eisner Award this year for this title right here. The balance of power inside the maze is getting tilted with Diana's presence, but it may just tilt into full-blown chaos. Chaos in an underground maze prison. That's bad, right? She's in the labyrinth. She's been in the labyrinth for a couple of issues now. She caught wind that there might be an Amazon down there that this government agency that participates in like the magic stuff, the meta stuff, the super stuff, has access to the labyrinth. And it's the labyrinth of mythology, the one that has the Minotaur, which we've met Ferdinand the Minotaur a couple issues ago. There's someone ruling this labyrinth, though, goes by the name of Cleo. So Wonder Woman was went face to face with Cleo in that last issue and found herself in a predicament. There's some bad people down there, bad substances. She was poisoned. She's hallucinating. And that's where we kind of left her off. And that's where we pick up with this issue. I'll be honest with you, I'm ready to get out of the labyrinth. This was a good issue, though. We check off the plot box we needed to check off to justify going in the labyrinth. That definitely happens in this issue. And there's at least one more labyrinth issue to go. It's not bad. I like Ferdinand. I hope he comes out of the labyrinth with her. Ferdinand's a pretty cool character. But ultimately, I bet he stays down there. We'll see how it goes. I absolutely love Absolute Wonder Woman. This seems like the slowest. For me, this is a personal taste thing. This story arc is a little laggish for me. The only Absolute book that I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not digging is Absolute Martian Manhunter. Here's issue number 6. This book got an extension. This was the only one that was solicited as a miniseries. Because of the record high sales that all this Absolute stuff has gotten, they decided to extend this one. But it will be coming with a break. After issue 6, it will go on a break and it will return, I think, for another 6 issues. They didn't switch it to ongoing. They just extended it. I wish they would have just capped it at 6. I'm not even going to lie. Denise Camp is writing it. Javier Rodriguez is doing the art. It's just the way that this book is presented. It just is kind of out of sync with the rest of this Absolute stuff. if you're a big indie comic fan, you'll probably love this book. If you're into capes, you'll probably hate this book. If you like both, you might think this is all right. It might have its ups and downs kind of thing. There's not much story going on here. And it's not necessarily that there's not much concept of a story. There's concept of a story. There's characters, there's subject. It's just this execution is so weird. They have this wildly abstract approach to the storytelling in here where you're having to interpret what you're looking at to pick up on what we're even doing. The format from issue to issue is odd, where it's like everything after page 1 and everything before page 28 doesn't matter. Read page 1, read the last page, you get what we start with and what we end with, and everything else is kind of just there. It's interesting in a sense, but it's a lot of effort. Ideals explode like atom bombs. Minds melt. The colors clash in the darkness behind the eyes of every person on the planet. It's green Martian versus white Martian. John Jones versus madness itself as he fights to save his family and the world. There's been some cool variants, though, because of how abstract and wild this whole concept is. That definitely lends to the strength of the art. All right, I'm going to have to skip over Superman because the official reading order, if you pull both of these, other way around. If you pull both of these, you need to read Superman number 29 this week before Justice League. One happens right after the other. There's small things that happen when you have continuity connecting all your stories. You know, the book will stand on its own, but you'll see little things that clearly takes place before this, takes place after that. So you're going to want to read this one first. This book right here, man, I dropped it when I was reading. Like, this is tough. This is what I want. This is why I was saying at the beginning of the stream, this whole, what is it called? DCKO King Omega event they're doing in the fall with Darkseid. It's already here. It's already happening. It's already started. And it's not just like random tie-in stuff. You want to be reading this. If you're already reading this, you're probably not too upset about an event coming. I know some people, there's always going to be people that say, oh, I'm evented out. I don't want an event. Event this, event that, blah, blah, blah. This looks dumb. It's comics. It's what comics do. We do events. You know, they're fun. They're meant to be fun. They're meant to bring you a bigger story that you couldn't get just inside the pages of your regular comic book. If you've been keeping up with the primary universe post all-in one-shot, you're probably excited for this event. Is the name corny? Yeah. That's not even debatable. DCKO. Not even debatable. That's why I always try to add King Omega. Throw that out there. You know, Omega, you get the Darkseid vibe. King Omega, what's that about? They shouldn't have shorted the name. Shorting the name makes it sound like you're doing just a corny space boxing match or something. But I get the pushback. But once you pause for the cause and kind of think about it, look into it, especially if you're reading this stuff, it's some exciting stuff to get into. The Legion of Darkseid is a menace, is a legitimate threat, is dangerous, is unnerving when they're present. The Legion of Darkseid, they showed us with that DC All-In one-shot. It was the big cliffhanger ending. We've seen him hanging out in the wings and the back pages and the little after credits of issues along the way here and there. The Summer of Superman special one-shot they did, select issues of Superman along the way. The whole Time Trapper, the whole Doomsday story thing is all tied into this. It's all tied in together. It's all one big overarching story. It's intense. It's a lot. And now we're into part 2 of this Legion of Darkseid story arc where they've revealed themselves proper, where they've come forward, addressed Superman in that last issue. We saw the first little hint of Darkseid's presence on the primary Earth. We know he's in the absolute world. We know he is the absolute world. But we saw his presence here. It was insane that last issue, what Saturn Girl pulled off and was doing to Superman before he was saved at the last minute by Time Trapper. Again, I'm not getting into spoilers. This issue, you see where him and Time Trapper go and beyond. The tease at the end of the last issue, the cliffhanger, was Time Trapper taking Superman to Superboy Prime. You know, the Superboy Prime that massacred the Teen Titans, that killed Connor Kent, that was just a total violent psychopath and a villain for years. We're going to have to see what's going on with him. Why would Time Trapper go for him to help? Why would he assume Kal-El would want his help? Can he even be help? He's one of the biggest powerhouses in all of DC Comics. I was stoked the second that I saw him, still rocking Anti-Monitor armor. I was stoked. Couldn't be more excited. Couldn't wait to see what they did with him and what they're going to do with him and how far that character will go. Guys, read this issue. It's amazing. Superman and an impossible ally search the future for the lost legion of superheroes. What happened to it? And can it help in the battle against Darkseid's absolute legion? It's crossing over. It's officially happening. We've been there. We've been in the crossover territory for a long time. It's not like crossover of the century yet. You don't have absolute Batman and absolute Wonder Woman hanging out with regular Green Lantern and Hawkman, but the absolute legion of Darkseid has been here, meddling, toying, messing with stuff. This book was insane. And after I read it, it legitimately led right into Justice League Unlimited this week. Now, again, this kind of has its own standalone story, but it's definitely, it's needed. You need to read Superman to read this, to get the full context. I mean, look at the cover. You have Time Trapper sitting there with a hole blown in his chest, and it's called to save Doomsday. So how does he get into this state? How did he get here? Go read Superman before this one. But the Quantum Quorum of Time Travelers refugees has issued its warning to the Justice League. Apocalypse is coming. But just as Jor-El's cries fell on deaf ears of Krypton, will the people of Earth be prepared to take drastic steps to save their world? It all comes to a head as the chaos continues, and one leaguer is put to the ultimate test. Time Trapper is not the only thing happening here. Justice League Unlimited has been great in a unique sense that they lean into that unlimited aspect of the title. Unlimited, full access to all heroes. You know, we just got done with the We Were Yesterday thing, dealing with Golden Age Airwave, who Jeff Johns introduced in that new Golden Age stuff that he did right before Lemire took over JSA. And we saw what happened with Gorilla Grodd messing with his head and how it jeopardized the entire Justice League with the whole Legion of Doom through time story arc. We had some fallout from that still, but also what's happening to Earth. What's happening to Earth in this issue is a direct reference to that last issue of Superman, where I said you see Darkseid's first real influence on the main world when he went and fetched Saturn Girl. Kind of the ground opened up and he drew her into the ground and it closed behind him. There's big things happening to the planet, and it's all starting to shake and take place in Justice League this week. This event coming isn't going to be your regular event. Not necessarily in a sense that, you know, you have like every year Marvel does these events and they want to do 50-something tie-ins to it, and the event's mediocre at best and the tie-ins mean nothing and they interrupt your regular scheduled reading. And it's just garbage. It's cash grab garbage these days. And DC has their fair share of those too. Absolute Power wasn't. That was legitimately built up too. Had tons of story context. It went back like 2 years. That's what they're doing with this one, with this DCKO. This isn't a random event happening. It's been built up. They've been referencing the underlying story plot the entire time and slowly building on it before we even get there. So they're doing their due diligence to bring a proper event to us. So it's definitely worth considering. Let's see. I want the Event Horizon prequel book. Oh, that'd be dope. Yeah, I was just looking at the Steelbook, the new 4K Steelbook for Event Horizon. I absolutely love that movie. Sam Neill is a psycho in that. Lawrence Fishburne said he never watched it. It was too scary. He ain't with all that scary movie stuff. Predator Badlands will also have a prequel book 5 days after the movie releases. Nice. That's perfect timing. Hopefully it's good. I'm excited for it. The Labyrinth is amazing. Yeah, good one. The Russian comic geek might do absolute Wonder Woman. He needs donations. Let's see. At least when DC does events, they matter. Unlike Marvel's past events that were terrible in the main content. Yeah, dude. You know when I really stopped pulling Marvel books? When I stopped keeping up? Empire. When they did that stupid event Empire on the moon with the plants. And it was just, I'm like, what are we freaking doing right now? And then, after that, it was just a slow decline. I hung in there a long time. I still try stuff when it's new. Like Avengers Twilight was great. I still pull Hulk. I'll pull Punisher. I'll pull Ghost Rider. Just love the characters. But even then, it's rough. Planet 6288, what is going on? Good to see you in here. Said, I'm not buying DCKO, but I'm going to enjoy these Legion issues. There you go. There you go. Hey, if you keep up with them, they might change your mind. If it builds up properly to it, might be worth it. The Legion of Darkseid will be there, and it's exciting to see Legionnaires for once. It's been a while. We got 10 gifted memberships from Evil Mike. Dude, big shout out and thank you to Evil Mike. Shout out to everybody who just scored one of those memberships, and you're now in the Legion. 10 memberships. That's a lot. That's a good bit. Dude, I definitely appreciate it. You're a swell fella for that. If you're one of the people that scored one of the memberships, I do have membership welcome packs absolutely free to new channel members. If you haven't ever received one, just message me on Instagram or Facebook or X or social media. I'll see Instagram before the rest for sure, though. I'm happy to mail one off to you completely free of charge. Just need to know where you want me to send it. So, yeah, big shout out and thank you to Evil Mike. You are the man, good sir. You are the man. What does that say? Mount Vesuvius on your horizon today, Mike? Ooh. Really depends on what time I get off work. All right. Let's see. Got a couple thank yous coming in there. A couple thank yous. There you go. Yeah, that was super cool of you, dude. Super duper. Let's see. What else is on here? Oh, snap. You know, we have the Legion of Darkseid stuff, the story arc happening in Superman. We just had the We Were Yesterday story arc that flip-flopped between Justice League and World's Finest. Right now, we're on part 3 of the Starbreaker Supremacy and the Green Lantern stuff. At this point, Green Lantern's story is hopping from Green Lantern to Green Lantern Corps and back and forth. This is a long one Jeremy Adams has been building up for a while. It's been ridiculously solid as well. Ridiculously solid. And the whole Starbreakers thing with the Gray Lantern Sorrow, it's all coming to a head. We're dealing with the Source Wall, Old Gods, the actual manifestation of the different light spectrum, and the full-on assault on the Oa and the power battery. This was a great connecting cover that they did with last week's issue of Green Lantern Corps and this one. How does an emotionalist lantern train an emotional dragon? Only one way to find out. The avatars of emotion are free. And now our charade of lanterns lead an attack to knock out the Sorrow Lantern and bring back emotion to the rest of the universe. But with the Starbreaker Supremacy devouring the planets of the stars themselves, Green Lantern Corps must race against the clock or lose everything. Accurate description there. Some really wicked covers. This guy, this is a better cover than I realized until I read it. This right here, even though his lantern on his chest looks a little cattywampus. Who did this one? David Parator. I smell AI. I'm not mad at it, but I smell AI. But hey, that cover right there with the big sword, that's potentially spoiler territory in a good way. When you read it, you'll know. This has been awesome. Jeremy Adams is crushing this and Aquaman, both telling big scale stories. But it was great to see this connecting cover set. And then we got the good guys on this one. The bad guys are on the cover of the last one. The full scale characters are all loaded in here. You have Hal, you have Kyle, you have John Stewart, Guy Gardner, Star Sapphire. They even brought in like AO or whatever the little AI's thing is. Alyssa or whatever. Not Alyssa. That was a deep cut there. From the animated series, which Jeremy Adams actually helped write back in the day. And Jadestone from Absolute Power is back in here too. It's really good stuff. It's deep storytelling at this point. New Green Arrow number 27 is out. I dropped that after Jeremy Adams. Nothing against it, but just wasn't hitting for me. Flash 24 is out. I dropped that after Cy Sperry was just beating me to death. It was awful, which is crazy to not be reading ongoing Flash, but it was announced that he's coming off the series soon. I don't know how much longer he's on the series. They're on part 6 of this Bad Moon Rising story arc. For all I know, that could be a good story arc. But Cy Sperry is just, I'm not saying he's a bad writer. He's just not good for capes. With Eclipso and the Rogue surging across the surface of the moon, Eclipso shifts the Earth into further darkness, and Jay West and the Flash find their dog Foxy. But will one of the Temp Flashes destroy the Flash family's quest to turn the tide? It's just crazy to me that we're dealing with Eclipso, and I'm even like, nah, pass. I really enjoy Eclipso. Such a good villain. The original Wrath of God before the Spectre. Here it is. Here's the one we're giving away today, but the foily goodness version. Immortal Legend Batman issue number 1. From Kyle Higgins, the Power Ranger guy. Humanity broke the barrier between our universe and our universe's shadow. From the void came horrific apparitions that craved nothing but destruction. But from this terror, a legend was born, a warrior who found a way to access the energy that binds our universe and the shadow universe, transforming him into a cosmic dark knight. The immortal legend was named Batman. He fought to keep us safe, but then one day abandoned the war? Though he didn't disappear entirely, now they say he hunts a rogues gallery of monsters born from the shadows. Okay, but why? Why this book? Giving that one away today, the foil version of it. There it is. Little anime style cover. That's pretty cool. That's a KRS exclusive. Yeah, I just don't understand. Like I can get someone pitching this book, but like, who's like, yeah, let's do that. Oh, it's Elseworlds. Good to be getting Elseworld stuff, but you know, I'm still waiting on the next Dark Knights of Steel to come out. We're supposed to be doing an Atlantis story arc with the next one. You know, you got, I don't know, just why. I might just be getting older. You know, my birthday's in a week. My birthday's in 6 days. So maybe I'm just getting older and that just doesn't appeal to me. I know anime is all the rage these days though, right? Anime is all the rage. So maybe that's what I'm missing. This has got that little anime feel to it and all that. Maybe that's the point of it. What is going on? Drew Manchu in the building. Good to see you, brother. Yesterday was great. I agree. I think it was solid. I'd give it good. Definitely was good. Got some Hulk punch. AI slop. Big Jimbo, what is going on, homie? Sorry, late to the party. Hope you're well, bro. Doing good. Hope you are too. We got a $2 super chat from Marty. Sup from Canada. Got a crypto clip for me? I don't, but I need to write that down. Crypto clip. Maybe a Godzilla one. That's all I got right now. See, I'm literally writing it down. Crypto clip. Clips are a little more accessible now that the digital release of the movie is out. I will have you a crypto clip next week. I'll while I'm sitting in Carline today, I'll try to get it taken care of. I'm sorry for not having it already. 26 issues in. Has anything major happened? No, literally nothing. That's what's so crazy. I keep up with it via synopsis and stuff, you know, but it's crazy that nothing has happened. And that's what I was saying early on with that book. For a book about hyper time, speed forces, and speedsters, it moves so slow. It's a drag. Isn't the Radiant Black guy at this point? Isn't he? Yeah, he is the Radiant Black guy. I dropped Radiant Black when I started reading it, and it just came off like hateful fan fiction from a discouraged creator. He got fired from Power Rangers, so he did this instead. I grew up with Power Rangers, so my mind goes to that first. But yeah, heard the Supermassive versus Solid though. Like if you got in on that, it's a great little self-contained universe. What is going on, Brother John Comics? Good to see you, homie. Tip of my hat to you. There you go. Happy early birthday. Thank you so much. I'm 1 year and 6 days from telling people to get off my lawn. I have a nice lawn. I welcome them to enjoy it. I work hard on the yards here to make sure they're clean and attractive for the kids to want to go out and play in. Trying to keep them full of sunshine and dirt. Keep them kids as long as possible. I don't want to lose them to the devices. The art of We Are Yesterday puts it at great status for me. The story was cool enough, but that art was a chef's kiss. What art, though? Because they kicked it off with Dan Mora, chef's kiss, and ended it with Dan Mora, chef's kiss. So didn't we have some Clayton Henry art in there? They switched up the art from issue to issue. But some of the Dan Mora stuff is phenomenal. I'm a huge Dan Mora guy. He's doing Superman. He's doing Justice League Unlimited. Dan Mora is amazing. But I'll give you that. There's some good art in there. And the six connecting cover set I got was Dan Mora covers, was awesome for it. What was the real Power Ranger season? I couldn't even tell you. Whatever the last one that they did with the three of them, the yellow girl was a bunny rabbit. The red guy was like a jaguar, and the blue one was an ape. It was on Netflix. It was the most recent one. I think Nauman is onto something with his Superman movie retcon for Jor-El message. Engineer released Brainiac with the full message. I don't know. You saw that little thing that went up on the news snippet there where it says like it was a wrong message. It could have been Luthor messing with it, Brainiac messing with it. You know, there's a lot of speculation we did right when it happened. But James Gunn came out and confirmed that it's real. But I think he's just trying to keep the narrative till he decides to do something else. Because he referenced Mark Waid's Superman Birthright as saying it's been done in comics before. See, and that's completely inaccurate, showing he never read that book. But I don't like the idea of his parents being psychopaths like that. Henry was fighting above his weight class, keeping up with Moore, in my opinion. Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I don't think anybody can keep up with Mora. I think he's like he's this generation's Jim Lee. Like I've compared him to Jim Lee countless times. Like very similar in art style. His lines a little bit thinner. He uses a little bit less, but with consistency, with some of like the blockish style of it and everything, some of the framing of the way he draws the character's body. But he's amazing. Dan Moore is drawing Transformers at 25, and I couldn't be more excited. Who is it? Fornes? Jorge Corona is doing the interiors on Transformers, which was perfect to follow behind Dana Warren Johnson. Very similar in style. But with 25, we're switching to Kirkman and Mora. I can't wait. I've loved what Dana Warren Johnson's been doing, but I'm just excited for the series itself. I'm excited for the story that's happening in the Energon universe itself. And for Mora to be on the art, I don't think we could have asked for anything better. Literally nothing better. And for Kirkman to be on the book, couldn't ask for anything better for switching writers because it's his universe. He's the spine, the whole spine connecting this whole universe is Void Rivals. And now he's on Void Rivals and this. Couldn't be more excited. Moore and Pepe Larraz are my top artists right now. Does Pepe do like I know the name, but not familiar off the top of my head. Does Pepe do like interiors on like regulars, Because we have like 2 tier of artists. We have the ones that are just strictly cover artists, and then the ones that work interiors. I'd have to Google Pepe. I'm sure I've seen it. Yeah, Jorge Jimenez is an amazing one as well. He's great on Batman. If you want to see Jorge at his best, get out of Batman and go look at Mark Miller's Nemesis Reloaded. Nemesis Reloaded is if Jorge was given no editor notes, just go ham. And Nemesis is like the evil, unrestrained Batman. So you want to see what a book looks like with motion. You want to see what it looks like if a book is actively moving at fast-paced speed and you can feel every second of it. Go read Nemesis Reloaded. It's insane. It is insane. He's the perfect guy for the job for that. Perfection. Geiger number 17 is out from Ghost Machine, and we know that the Northerner is supposed to be making his way over here. So a lot of these unnamed universe books, Geiger, Redcoat, Junkyard Joe, it's all starting to come together like butt cheeks. I can't wait to see where we go from here. I'm still loving every bit of Ghost Machine except for Halo and Hornsby, which I'm still pulling. We'll see where it goes. Batman and Robin, Jason Todd number 3 is out this week. That's not on my pool list. Harley Quinn number 53, crazy, is out this week. Also not on my pool list. Mr. Terrific Year 1 issue number 4 is out this week. Another shockingly good book. There's nothing shockingly good about the character Mr. Terrific. He's amazing, but they've like really leaned into this. Al Leston, who's writing this, is crushing it. He's got the lore down. He's got the character down. The way that this is not a writer writing himself into a book. This is a writer who has, it's like this guy has known Mr. Terrific his whole life, like from his first appearance in the Spectre to modern. You're watching it shape out. And I like that we're getting the dualistic storytelling. We get the intro in real time that flashes back to the story with him kind of going through the dark day of losing his wife to getting his company back. But dude, this is just so spot on. Again, fast-paced, dynamic. It's got some heavier universe elements to it with Darkseid and stuff in here. So it's almost like it's mandatory reading. Residual Darkseid energy is something that's being addressed in the present day with it. But also there's some stuff going on in the past. We saw where the woman who bought his company from him, who he's trying to go get it back from, is actually an agent of Darkseid. Valentine D is one of the interior artists, as well as Edwin Gauman. They are also crushing it. Highly recommend this one. Highly recommend. And it's only going to be a mini series. So get in, check it out, and get out. Is WWE not allowed to advertise Peacemaker? I watch most WWE shows, and I don't recall ever seeing any advertising for it, especially since seen in his final months as an in-ring competitor. I don't know. I know that Warner Brothers is TNT. They own, like ultimately it's Comcast, right? Comcast owns Warner Brothers, owns TMT, or is it Viacom? Whoever the mega corporation is over at AEW is associated with DC Comics. So if you go watch AEW, I bet you'd see some advertising for it. I don't know. Pepe Lorenz did the first 4 or 5 of the current Spidey. It was okay. Yeah, man, I did not enjoy that first issue. The artwork I thought was trash, except for the Rhino splash page in that first issue. I'd have to check out some of his other stuff, but that current Spider-Man run, I try Marvel stuff. I love Spider-Man. I love Peter Parker. I continuously try it when they start new stuff, and it was terrible. He has been doing interiors for Marvel. He did House of X. House of X was solid. House of X was super solid. Mr. Terrific needs a villain named Mrs. Average. That would be solid. That'd be cool. Lorenz also did Empire, which was gorgeous. Empire was, dude, that's crazy you mentioned that. I don't know if you were here for earlier in the stream when I literally said Empire was the last straw for me when I started scaling back with Marvel and dropping stuff and just threw in the towel. It was Empire was what made me throw in the towel. It was it. That terrible, terrible, terrible event. Now I wouldn't argue that it was drawn poorly. I wouldn't do that. But God, it was awful. I think the only good part of all of Empire was Magneto's one shot when he drops a satellite on old boy right in front of him. Just those 4 panels vertically were just great. Yep, the Rhino splash page was awesome. Almost like someone else did it. Exactly. Thank you. Yeah, art's very subjective, so I'm not trying to bash on that. Spider-Man issue 1 wasn't for me. A lot of stuff for me was Empire was, dude. Like you gotta call yourself biased when you have self-bias. I do. I tell people I liked it, but it probably won't be for you any chance I get. Empire was ass. It was literally awful. Like, I think you're the first person that I've ever seen said that it wasn't bad at all. I mean, I wasn't like as active and everything. I was on like social media groups and stuff like that. I wasn't actively online talking to people in real time, but dude, that was like one of the things that like the world agreed upon. It brought political parties together and how bad it was. They got together and hugged for wasting the money on it. It was wild. Just deep pools. I don't know how deep it was. Secret Empire is what made me throw in the towel on the main Marvel. Oh, wow. I'm seeing that's different strokes, different folks. I didn't think Secret Empire was too bad. Brooks did a lot of Empire covers. Yeah, Brooks is good. The best comic I read last week was Escape by Reminder from Image. I got to check that out. I'm not ridiculous. I'm accurate. I'm accurate. I do appreciate that you liked it. I definitely do. But that's a hot take. I have plenty of hot takes myself. But I try to call my own bias when I seize it. I'm very aware that I have a deep fandom for a lot of this stuff. And I'm deeply aware that when that deep fandom will carry me through something, and I'll tell people, you might want to like all this, and this to like this. Otherwise, it ain't going to read. Like I was saying with the Green Lantern stuff, it's deep cut stuff at this point. It ain't a jump on point. Definitely ain't. Empire was horrible, boring as hell, and nonsensical. 1000%. As a Captain America fan, Secret Empire was a slap in the face. Fair. Yeah, super fair. The Hydra thing. Yeah, I think it rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. Brought world peace. Secret Empire had so much to enjoy, but went awry. Yeah, I think that's a good way to break it down. Conceptually, it was all there. Conceptually, it was there. I think it's one thing to make Cap Hydra, but you have to have like a catch to it. Like this isn't like who he truly is kind of thing or something like that. How much of a dumpster fire do we all think the new Red Hood series is going to be? I was looking at ads for it in every book I read this week. I'm super nervous. I'm going to give it a shot because I like me some Jason Todd. But man, I don't know. Who's writing it? I hadn't even looked at who's writing it. That would be your biggest tell. You check who's writing it and you can probably figure it out. Void Rivals 22, stoked to read. Hulk number 28, stoked to read. Philip Kenny Johnson's about to switch over to the Infernal Hulk. We'll see where it goes with that. But let's see. Mr. Terrific's Fire. Also, Elseworld Green Lantern Dark number 6. And that might be it. Tons of stuff. Tons of Marvel stuff if you're into it. Oh, here we go. The finale to Peacemaker presents Vigilante Eagly double feature. This finishes strong. if you like the TV show, this is based on the TV show. It isn't just a random in continuity version of Peacemaker. It's the Peacemaker, the vigilante from the TV show. So it's just as wild. It's just as excessive. It's just as vulgar, very R-rated, very violent. So this was a blast. Only 4 issues. So check it out. Almost time, Mark. Get that #row. Appreciate that heads up. Let's make this easy today. What everyone should be watching. Well, I don't want to put it in here because I'll put it in here, then it'll enter me into the live stream. Hashtag's going to be Peacemaker. Thank you, Joe. It takes a village. Hashtag is Peacemaker. Swordsman and Mantis and the Celestial Madonna finally paid off 30 years later. That's right. In my wheelhouse. Sorry you hate fun, LOL. Hey, man. A deep cut does not equal a good story. Gretchen Felker Martin is writing the new Red Hood. I know. Who the hell is that? Who the hell is that? All right, guys, we're at 3 out of 5 of the super chat goals, too. So if we're going to hit that the last few minutes here, I'm spinning this giveaway at 2 minutes, at no later than 3 minutes. So I got to have time to get out the door. Hydra. AI is the best cap we have gotten since he got taken out after Civil War. Oof. It's the biggest risk they took on the character, that's for sure. But yeah, this Peacemaker book is great. You have 2 separate stories, one with Eagly and Peacemaker out on vacation that gets interrupted basically by a plane crash and some League of Assassins. And then the Vigilante story is really the good one. Mitch Gerard's doing the art, so it's freaking beautiful. He's dealing with the organized crime in his city. He's all off on a mission based off of thinking Peacemaker's kidnapped because he's on vacation and won't answer his calls. So he assumes if he's not answering my calls, he has to be kidnapped. And the whole thing is based off of misconception. It's ridiculously hilarious. Mitch Gerard's art is always amazing. Always amazing. Halo and Hornsby is out. I got it on my pool list. I'm not throwing in the towel yet. Oh, here we go. The finale to Nemesis for now. Nemesis forever. Nemesis is the world's most dangerous man, and now he's made himself into one of the richest, no longer content just to terrorize the forces of law and order. His new plan is to wreak havoc on his enemies and seize control of the world itself and enslave humanity with super technology. Keep in mind, this guy was fully funded and functioned via the ultra elite, the wealthy that sent him on these missions. So now he's turning on them. I'm excited for this. I'm a huge Miller World fan. Huge Miller World fan. Can't wait to see where this goes. I don't know how many issues it's going to be, but Mateo Scalera is on the art, so it's going to be solid. I wish it was Jorge Jimenez like Reloaded was, but man, stoked. All the Miller World stuff you can bet on. Huck came out this week as well. I missed that through the flippings through all this stuff, but Huck, I think it's issue 3 or 4. 3 or 4 is out. So you got a couple of Miller World books to pick up this week. Don't miss out. Oh, it's right here. Yeah, number 4, Huck, Big Bad World. Number 4 is out. Yeah, all this stuff, man. All the Miller World stuff. Since he's been at Dark Horse, he's been pumping them out. We have the finale to Jupiter's Legacy. Ended strong. We had the finale to, what was the other one? It just ended. Magic Order. Ended crazy. Good stuff. Magic Order is supposed to be getting the Netflix treatment. Herculoids number 7 is out. That's on the pull list. Another Exquisite Corpse. I know people are loving that. Passing on that. Our Action Comics reprint for the week is number 23. There's a foil version. And then a brand new Dune, Edge of, how do you say it? Chris Knife. That's on my pool. I pull all the Dune comics. I like the movie tie-in stuff. Rebel Moon Nemesis number 2 is out. That was a tough one to pass up on. I just bailed on that until I hear there's more movies coming. Go back and get the trades later. I'll go back and get the trades later. So we're going with hashtag Peacemaker. I seen Drew Manchu dropped $1.99 super chat. So I think it puts us 1 away. It's not counting it, but doesn't that mean like who's keeping legitimate count? Let's see, fan funding. Yeah, that's 4, not 3. So we're 1 super chat away from the bonus prize. I guess because it's $1.99, it was 1 penny under. It didn't count it. I'll count it. But we got super chat from Deadman for $2. Big shout out to him. Leafy Substance dropped a $2 one early. Big shout out to him. Evil Mike dropping the 10 memberships. The biggest of shout outs to the Evil one for that. Marty dropped the $2 super chat, and I owe you a crypto clip, which I will bring. Drew Manchu with the $1.99 Hell Hydra, and Brian LCS coming in clutch at the end here with the $2 super chat. There you go. That is it. We're throwing in the bonus pack in there. So big shout out to Brian for getting that in there. Boom. There it is. Yeah, dude, it was crazy. We hit these like every single week. Every single week I do one of these, we hit these goals. But this was the first, last week was the first week in a while that it didn't hit it. I also don't think I talked about it much or anything, but yeah, all these stickers here. All right, so we got some old World's Finest in the mystery pack here, as long as with the sealed trading card pack, some Just League Watchtower cards. Oh, I already got a comp here and can't throw one in there. C3 sticker. We're gonna pull the loose cards for our winner here. Remember, it's free shipping worldwide. If you're a channel member, it's free shipping in the United States, the lower 48, Hawaii, and Alaska. The United States, if you are not a channel member. So if you're outside of there, you can either pay the difference in shipping. I'll give you a $10 shipping credit, or you can price tag somebody in the live chat. So let's spin this bad boy. We're at 2 minutes still. Good luck to everybody. Costs money to transfer money digitally. Yeah. Everything costs money. I have comic issues. Bryant is today's winner. Big shout out to Bryant. Whoa, 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 whoa. You're gonna get me in trouble. This is Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing with an A. Swamp Thing. Not Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing was already taken. But you can find this shirt in Legion of Comics shop. The link to the merch store is down below. Great way to support the channel. So is hitting that join button, becoming a channel member. Oh, I'm supposed to do this blind. All right, 1, 2, 3. All right, let's see your cards. You got Robin from the Skymaster series trading cards. We have Faust. And last but not least, oh, dope. You have the Eradicator. That's a cool one. These painted card covers are awesome. There it is. Thank you, Brian. Swamp Thing. I appreciate the compliment, though. Yeah, big shout out to my buddy Eman for helping design this logo that I put up. Get in shirts, hat. No, the hat's not on there. Yeah, you can get it on the Legion of Comics shop. So all of these are coming your way, Bryant, plus the special books from ABX Comics and Games. Brand new, the Eternal Legend Mortal Power Ranger Batman foil, and then the Nathan Zerdy Justice League Unlimited number 10. So that's 6 books, pack of sealed trading cards, Justice League Watchtower cards. Oh, let me get the ABX Comics and Games magnet for them sponsoring today's giveaway. That's going in there as well. Links are in the description. Like, subscribe, all that stuff is there. Make sure you hit those. Be sure to check out that join button. Channel membership is always live and always active. We got like 70 channel members right now. So get those loyalty badges next to your name. You get the custom emojis. You get early access to videos and your name on the monthly Legion Loot giveaway if you join in the Legion tier. Remember, there are 2 tiers, the supporter tier and the Legion tier. So make sure you read what they both include. That's going to do it for today. I appreciate everybody watching. Check out yesterday's video about physical media and look forward to tomorrow's video about the box office stuff with Superman. It's pretty cool. Until next time, we are Legion.
Only one of us has a parachute. Good luck.